Good morning, everyone. When it comes to learning about different cultures, I feel like because I am half black and half Belizean, um, it is difficult for me to be open to the experience. I'm actually going to answer this question in two parts. My best friend is Mexican, and we have the closest relationship. She's opened me up to a lot of cultural traditions of her, like Dia de los Muertos. I've been to a lot of quinceañeras for her family, and just to see the differences in how they celebrate different traditions or holidays or even family get-togethers. I've learned a lot about the Mexican culture, and she's also half Guatemalan. But I mean, her dad just gives us tamales, but that's about it. Um, but yeah, I've always been open to being a part of her culture, even though I've had a few uncomfortable moments around her family. Like, they'll ask me, is my hair real? They'll try to touch it. And usually I'm like, oh, microaggression, I don't do that. But when it's to your best friend's family, I guess I just decided that I needed to be a little bit uncomfortable for the greater good of the situation. So I didn't make her family like uncomfortable, but at the same time, I would talk to her about it afterwards and let her know, like, hey, this is kind of weird that your family did that, and she notices, but I don't know. She just happy for my reaction, basically. And also being half black and half Belizean, I feel like um, I've always been in a battle of which side I was gonna embrace more. But due to me having a single black mother, I think just out of circumstance, I embraced my black side more. I was around my black side of my family more. I wasn't around my Belizean side as much. I would probably see them like a few times a year, if that. I don't feel like they really embraced me into the family. Um, Not necessarily because they didn't like me, or not even because of who my father was. I just think I was born into a very close knit family, and when my mother didn't fit into that, it's like a wife that was willing to put up with anything that my father did. I was kind of kept out of the actual family. And I've actually had this frustration having this last name Flores and identifying more with my black side for the most recent years of my college experience. I just felt like I wasn't allowed to fully embrace the culture because it wasn't being taught to me. I didn't know the traditions. I didn't know like what the mannerisms. Like, okay, I didn't learn about bangles. It's like gold bangles that most Belizean women wear. I didn't learn about that until 3 years ago through my only cousin that I'm close to. So I just feel like it's hard to open up to a culture that doesn't necessarily embrace you. Um, I don't know if it's because of my overwhelming amount of blackness, but I definitely wanted to for a long portion of my life. I feel like I tried to embrace that side of me. But like I said, in my most recent years, I just came to the conclusion that I just needed to identify as black because I didn't know anything about being Belizean. So I think it's good to embrace other cultures. I say both of those to say I think it's good to embrace other cultures because you get to see different ways of life. But at the same time, I don't like to force myself into another culture's traditions or anything that may make the people who are already accustomed to it uncomfortable. So, yeah, just attempt to go out and learn. That's the best thing I can say. if you make the attempt, then you did your part. You're not being closed-minded, or you're not just focusing on what you're used to or what you're comfortable with. So, yeah, thank you.